I'm Joshua Hren, and this is a very short excerpt from my new novel, Blue Walls Falling Down. This is a childhood memory that belongs to the character Blake Yorick, and it's one of the things that creates a kind of bond between this novel and my first novel, Infinite Regress. As a child at home, he had watched his mother from the ledge of a staircase that regressed upwards, eternally rising like a corkscrew bent on piercing the well-guarded gates of Eden. And he saw, somehow, his mother Catherine stretched across a number of days, across even years at once, like in camera clips at high speed, blurred into a perpetual present, tending to too many things all day, receipts and doctor's bills, till she went gray. She could not even scrounge the duration required for her hand to open the drawer and retrieve the ragged hot pads that hardly worked anymore. And so she started searing the table with the dinner pans, mostly in the same spaces. But over time she singed the varnished top with a purpose, turning the center a kind of creamy, milky white that looked lovely against the deep brown wood. Slowly, with Penelope's shrewdness and patience, she expanded the singes in secret until once, when Dad returned from a very long shift and she could see through his soured eyes that his mind wore suicide, like a familiar beaten Milwaukee baseball cap. She removed the bills that typically covered the table even at dinner. The table was long and large enough that she could keep these documents on an island atop a plastic wreath that came out at Christmas and never really went away. Unable to tame the wild smile that stole across her mouth, squatting over the chair because she could not sit upon it, Catherine removed the unpaid bills that had kept her secret unseen. She unveiled the pattern that years of searing had given shape. No one ate for a long time, each of them wrapped there over the rose window S-shapes that kissed to form at once flames and teardrops and drips of blood transfused, translucent, as though flowing out from the cleansing core, symmetrical and the same, but as if alive and bent on burning beyond their confines, even as they could never escape the petals of the rose that contained them. And for once the perpetual agitated buffeting and shuffling of Mom and Dad ceased, as did all even well-intended jabs under the table between siblings. All the world at peace. Sheepish, Catherine said the searings were amateur for sure, showed only the blinded outer eye of the brilliant rose window at Chartres Cathedral. Sublimely dulled, she said of the colors that come when you enter the church and kneel there in Chartres, temples throbbing as you look at your hands covered with the color of blood red pouring, raining down from the dyed shards lit bright by the dying sun. Lyrical nonsense, sure, she granted, but no criticism could touch her at all, as that is how she saw it still, or how it saw her even from afar, an eye widening and widening in the light, no longer admiring the intricacies of the exterior, but captured by the tongues of flames, and by the drops of blood, and by the massive tears that shoot out from the center of the rose, which is the center, I can hardly say it, of the cosmos. Don't laugh, just trust me, I see it. I see it. And Blake's father, lost in her hypnotized eyes, merely knelt down at Catherine's side as he kissed her very lightly on the mouth.